I'll be talking about the Hero 9 Max Lens mod. And I bought a few of these because they were in stock and they didn't have a limit, so I bought a few of them. And I'll be having it on the Hero 9 Black, of course. And I'll be doing some flight footage from FPV, going slow, going really fast, hard freestyle, and then doing my cinewhoop and flying around with the cinewhoop a little bit. And I'll be comparing some weights. So I'll compare the Hero 9 Black with just a regular ND filter on it, and the Hero 7 Black with an ND filter, and then I'll have the Max mod on, and so I'll get both of those weights. I just want to show you this really quick. This is the case that it comes in, the Max Lens mod. Really pretty right there. It's a nice little protector, and there's the back side with the lens. And it's really nice because this gives you a little grip. So when you want to screw it onto the GoPro, this is the Hero 7, when you want to screw it onto the GoPro, it gives you a nice little grip to hold on to, and it also protects it so you can just pop it on and just toss it into your bag. If you go in the description, I'll have timestamps for all the different points I'll be wanting to hit. So I'll be talking about shutter speed, I'll be talking about weights, I'll be talking about just overall, just different things. I'll have it all in the description, so just go check that out first if you want to skip over to some stuff. Let's dive into it. This is a weight comparison between the Hero 7 Black and the Hero 9 Black. And I'm going to do it with ND filters, with the batteries, and the new Max Lens mod, which is what most of this video is going to be about. So let's get a scale. So the Hero 7 Black with no battery, there's no battery in here, is 102 grams. And then with the Hero, Hero 5 to Hero 8 battery is 124 grams. And then if you include the case, which most FPV people don't, but if you do, then it's 150 grams. And then the Hero 9 Black, which has no battery in it, Hero 9 Black is 127. With the upgraded, bigger Hero 9 battery, it is 159. And you don't have to include the case because it's got little nubbies right on it. And then let's do the Max Lens mod. So to put the Max Lens mod on, it comes in this little like silicone case, which is pretty nice. You just take it off, the old one. It's just like any other. It has the little nubs that twist on. It's actually a lot better. It's a full encapsulated system instead of just a wire. So the regular ones are just 2 wires. So the new one, it's like an actual full system that goes on. So you just line up the 2 slots and then you twist it on. And ta-da, there you go. And then with the Max Lens mod, it is 180. So altogether, the Hero 9 Black with the Max mod is 180 grams. And just, I kind of forgot about this. So the Hero 9 battery is 32 grams. And the Hero 7 battery is 22 grams. So a little bit heavier. Okay, so I'm not sure how bad the wind's gonna be on this, but I'm testing out the Max Lens mod for the Hero 9 Black, and I have the shutter speed, I'm pretty sure, set to, it was the highest setting of the shutter speed, and it's because when I was first doing this with the regular lens, but I had it on the mode for it, there was motion blur. Whenever I'd do a flip, it would try to autocorrect itself, and it would create a lot of blur on the edges. And of course it would, because the shutter speed was low and I had an ND filter on. So somebody commented and said to try high shutter speed, and now, because I have no ND filter, I kind of have to do that. And I'm thinking that what that's going to do is allow it to not have any of that motion blur anymore, but then we can't really get much cinematic shots. So I think this is going to be more of an action kind of camera. So this goes. I'm just gonna start off slow, Doing a little cruising. And then I also want to see what happens if I do hard banks. Go ahead and do a hard bank here. Some bobbles. I just want to see how much it zooms in or what it does, because when I didn't have the lens on it, I had just the mode on, it would zoom in really far whenever you'd turn, which makes sense. But now we have a wide view to be able to deal with all of that stabilization. So I'm gonna do a flip here. Do another flip. Go ahead and look at that. I just finished watching that clip that you guys were just watching. I watched it on just on the screen on the GoPro, and that is crazy how it just made it completely perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing like some hard freestyle. Not too hard because I don't want to break the lens, so I'm not gonna crash, but I'm gonna do some medium freestyle around here to see how that footage looks when I'm going like really, really fast. So I went ahead and put it on my cinewhoop, and I'm doing this because earlier I said that it might only work for action shots because it's not gonna have that motion blur, but after like the footage, it didn't look too bad. I don't know if I'm not sure if it's just the GoPro or what, but I didn't think it looked too bad. And I think that the fact that it stabilized it so well will make cinematic shots, smooth cinematic shots, look really, really nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fly around this for a few minutes. So it's pretty windy, and I'm seeing some bobbles, so I wonder how well it's gonna handle all these bobbles. And it's really windy. Oh, there's a bird. Hold on, wait. Is it a falcon? What is that? He doesn't care. Doesn't care one bit. That's a pretty cool shot. I don't want to bother him too much. Really interested to see how it handles these bobbles from the wind. I haven't tuned this quad at all, so it's just whatever the person before me had it at. Drone kind of stuff. I kind of want to see how this thing handles. If you watch, I can spin it around, it looks just fine. That's pretty sweet. If I see what happens if I go like this. That's pretty cool. Let's see, what else can I do? I'll show you what happens when I put it on different shutter speeds. Okay, so what I've been filming in was 1/960th of a second for the shutter speed, and now I'm on 1/60th. You can tell like it's super bright outside, but I just want to show you that motion blur from spinning. If you look at the edges, it's got more blur. Okay, so now this is 1 2/40th of a second. If you want to see that motion blur. Okay, so this is 1 4/80th of a second. There's that. And now we're back to 1 9/60th, which is the highest I can go. So, there's that. And then I also want to see what happens if I smudge the lens. I'm going to put a smudge on it for my finger. And I want to see how it looks with a smudge. Because it said to make sure to wipe off all smudges. There we go, fingerprints on there now. Kind of want to see how that hinders the stabilization of it. I think that should do it. Okay, so this is the conclusion. Just finishing up. This is after the fact. I already got the whole video edited up, and I'm just gonna pop this in at the end. Let me know in the description what you think of the Max Lens mod. I got a little nick on it right here somewhere from one of my flights, and that's not good. It barely tapped the concrete, like just barely tapped it, and it created a dent in it. And I was looking at the camera, and you could definitely tell it's on there. That's not good. They need to either make a nice glass lens for this, like a little cover that goes over the top, because that's too easy to break. I did notice that there is 4 little Allen screws. You can't really, it's not getting in focus. But I don't have an Allen key that small, but I have a feeling that if you take these 4 Allen keys off, this front lens will be able to be replaced, because you can't see it either, but there's multiple lenses inside of here, so I think that the inside lens was actually allowing it to have the fisheye, and this top piece is just a little cover that it has to protect it. I'm not sure. I'm talking to GoPro right now to figure out if that's replaceable and if you can buy these in the future. But time will tell. I think I'm going to stick with my Hero 7 Black with an ND filter on it for my freestyle stuff. And then for my cinewhoop, I'll probably be using this, but it'll probably look better in like low light. So like probably sunset, sunrise, golden hour. Because I noticed that in the footage when it was on 1/980th of a second, it was very stuttery. So it's like what you would expect. There's no motion blur, it's just stutter. But whenever you do a flip, it looks fine. But I'm not going to be doing any flips with my cinewhoop. So this is probably going to look better in low light for a cinewhoop, and that's about it. I'll be using my Hero 7 a lot more than my Hero 9, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, and if you want to see more long reviews of items like this. I know the Max Lens mod, everybody's looking for it. I'm lucky enough to have a few. Just let me know. I'll reach out to some companies and see if they'll send me products that you guys want to see reviewed, and then I'll probably just give them away at the end. Not this one though. I'm gonna be using this one. So happy flying, everyone.